This is the Valorise UG08S, a pretty affordable gaming headset with both wired and wireless capability, coming in at $40 on Amazon at the time of recording this video. We'll be discussing the build, comfort, functions, sound, and microphone performance to help you decide if you might want to pick one up for yourself. Let's get into it. Valorise sent this headset in exchange for an honest review. No one is asking or paying me to say anything good or bad about this product. All thoughts and opinions are my own. In the box you get, of course, the headset, USB-A dongle and USB-C dongle, with USB-C being attached with the main dongle. And underneath the packaging you have a 3.5mm cable and the USB-C to A charging cable packed in with the manual. With everything included, this headset provides a wide range of compatibility, allowing for wireless connection via the dongle to PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, and PC. The dongle is not compatible with Xbox though, so keep that in mind. You also have Bluetooth connection for devices such as your phone or PC, for example, and wired 3.5mm connection for your Xbox controller and anything else with a headphone jack. I tested these connections on PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, PC, and mobile, and I can say that there is no noticeable difference in sound quality between the wired and dongle connection, aside from volume depending on your source. Both connection types were clear with no perceivable latency. With that in mind, if you were on console or PC, the optimal way to use this headset would be with the dongle. Should you choose to run this wired, the headset is very efficient with an impedance of 32 ohms and sensitivity of 110 decibels per milliwatt. Getting into the build and comfort, the headset is weighing in at a lightweight 300 grams. That combined with the soft sports fabric material of the pads and headband cushion make this headset very comfortable. I did not get any discomfort or hot spots even in longer gaming sessions exceeding 2 hours. The pads have plenty of height, width, and depth to accommodate most people's ears, and personally my ears fit just fine without touching the drivers at all. Unfortunately, these pads are not removable though. The headset itself is made primarily of plastic, sporting red light rings on the sides of each ear cup. The cups can rotate 90 degrees backwards, which allows for good fit and portability, but can only rotate very slightly forward. This did not result in any issues though, and it conformed to my head shape just fine. The cups also provide a sufficient amount of in and out movement. The headband has a click mechanism with marks for easier adjustment, and as you see, the inside of the headband is metal reinforced. The extension, however, is more on the smaller to average size range for headsets. Since I have a larger head, the highest setting on this headset just manages to fit me, but should be able to fit most people. Overextending and twisting up the headset here to test for any glaring weak points did not result in any problems, albeit with some minor creak sounds. Overall, the build is plenty acceptable, especially for its price, and does not feel like it will break on me anytime soon. Additionally, as you may have already noticed from the box, there is a lifetime warranty that you can register by contacting Valorise by email or heading to the registration page on their site. The fact this is offered at this price range is certainly a standout feature. If our unit malfunctions later down the line, we will be making a follow-up video discussing its longevity and how well the support covered the warranty. Looking at the features of this headset, on the left ear cup we have a USB-C charging port and the 3.5mm audio jack. Then we have the power button, volume wheel, and mic mute button. On the front of the left ear cup, we of course also have our retractable microphone. The power button has a few functions. To turn the headset on or off, you just hold down the power button until you hear the voice prompt indicating the power status. By default, it will be set to dongle mode. You can triple tap the power button to switch between the two modes indicated by a voice prompt. When switched to Bluetooth, the headset will automatically go into pairing mode. The headset will remember which mode you left it on each time you use it. When in Bluetooth mode connected to a phone, the power button can play or pause music when pressed. It also will pick up or hang up calls when pressed, and reject them if held for 2 seconds. On the right ear cup, you have a multifunction button. Tapping it swaps between 2 light ring modes, solid and breathing, while double tapping it disables or enables the lighting. The light indicator on the microphone will be on while the mic is active and off when muted, but sadly you cannot fully disable it with the lighting control, and each time you turn on the headset, the lighting will be on by default. Holding the multifunction button down while in dongle mode will toggle the 7.1 surround sound feature, which is also indicated by voice prompt. More on that in the sound section. Moving on to battery, Valorise claims an astounding 100 hours of battery life for this headset when the lighting is turned off, which gets cut down to 45 hours with the lighting on. Companies usually get these results by testing with more optimal conditions, such as running the headset at lower or moderate volume levels constantly with no downtime. I opted for a more realistic test here, using the headset for multiple sessions throughout the span of 7 days at higher than average listening levels. If you are someone who listens at a more moderate volume level, you may get a longer use time than my result. Each session was between 3 and 7 hours as shown here, giving us a total actual use time of 41 hours and 35 minutes. The headset's total time away from the charger came to 167 hours and 40 minutes, which all in all is a very impressive result. You certainly wouldn't be that worried about battery life while using this device. The headset will start to give you a low battery voice prompt every 10 minutes or so once you are down to about 4 to 5 hours left of battery life. Valorise also claims 2 to 3 hours of recharge time, and my test proved this accurate, reaching full charge after 2 hours and 24 minutes. What's more impressive though is from being fully drained, I also tested it off of a 15-minute charge, which fulfilled the rest of that night session of 4 hours and 3 minutes, and carried into the next night for 3 hours and 12 minutes before shutting down, giving an additional 7 hours and 15 minutes off a quick charge. Last thing to note here for the battery is when using the 3.5mm jack, the headset will power itself off. Due to this, you can use the 3.5mm jack even when the battery is dead, which I did test. The 3.5mm cable has a little bit of a tight fit into the headset jack. If your audio seems distorted or gargled, just ensure it is pressed in all the way. Now for the most important part, the sound. This headset utilizes 40mm dynamic drivers with your standard frequency response of 20Hz to 20,000Hz. The bass on here is emphasized and reaches pretty deep in this headset with plenty of impact, punch, slam, and rumble, but does not get too boomy or overpowering. In intense games like Helldivers 2 or Battlefield, explosions from heavy artillery were visceral, and I could really feel the impact in my chest and the deep rumble. Highs on this headset still come through crystal clear, but do not get sharp or piercing. Even at higher volumes, the Valorise headset gives a smooth and non-fatiguing listen, with the only limitation being when the volume is simply too loud for you. The mids are also present, with vocals coming through well and still giving chills in the more emotional tracks despite being an overall V-shaped tuned headset, overall resulting in a full sound. The headset was very dynamic as well. Its bass combined with this will provide those who like rock and electronic music like myself with a very enjoyable listen. It brings weight and clarity to the instruments of other genres as well, making it pretty flexible for your music library. In terms of the competitive aspect of sound with soundstage and imaging, both aspects are about average for a closeback. Soundstage is just a tad smaller than some other closebacks in the price range, but by no means did it sound congested in any way. I was able to pick out footstep and gunshot sounds just fine with this headset. The imaging for being able to tell the direction of those sounds was accurate, but a bit less emphasized in terms of strength of your sense of direction, which likely is partially a byproduct of the slightly smaller soundstage. Now, with the 7.1 surround sound toggled on, I did not pick up on any difference to any aspect of the sound aside from the volume. Turning on 7.1 surround increases the volume by about 2 to 3 adjustments, so definitely adjust the volume accordingly before enabling. The headset with surround off is already plenty loud. I don't think anyone will have any complaints towards this headset being too quiet, as with the surround on it can get to ear damaging levels when turned up. Since it does not affect the sound signature though, I don't see a reason not to turn on the surround sound just to get every last bit of competitive edge you can. Just keep in mind that each time the headset is turned off, 7.1 surround will be disabled by default next time it is powered on. This is a test of the Valorise UG08S microphone connected to my laptop via the USB-A dongle. This is a test of the Valorise UG08S microphone connected to my laptop via the 3.5mm cable. This is a test of the Valorise microphone's noise cancelling capability. My laptop is currently running a game with the fans running loudly in front of me. And now this is the sound of me typing on the keyboard. I'll record the rest of the microphone portion of the review with the UG08S connected via the dongle. The noise cancellation proved to work well, not picking up the sound of my laptop's fans, which for reference sounds like this. Just note that the headset itself is not noise cancelling, just the microphone, which is ENC noise cancelling. The typing sounds were also blocked decently well. The quality of the microphone connected to the dongle is good for the price point. Being heard clearly and understood should not be a problem at all. When running wired though, the audio is still usable but seems to get quieter and a bit muffled, as you can see in this waveform comparison. To conclude, the Valorise UG08S is a very great overall package at its price, providing connectivity to nearly any device you can think of, and stands out for the level of immersion it can provide from its impactful sound signature. At its price, it is absolutely a top pick in the wireless space, and for casual gamers seeking this type of visceral immersion, it will certainly wow them with the tangible feel in its sound and the included features. For more competitive FPS gamers, this still is a strong option, particularly at its current price of $40 as of this recording, and would still be a competitive pick up to around $50 all things considered. Valorise offers a balance of good sound, comfort, compatibility, and the peace of mind of a lifetime warranty, where most others in the price range only offer 1 to 2 year warranties and wired-only connection. That said, I want to use this section to list out everything I would like to see changed for a future revision of this product. First, I'd like to see the adjustment range extended by 2 or 3 more clicks. Although the headset was able to fit me at its highest setting, I still on occasion found the cups to shift upward a little bit. Adding that extra bit should have mostly everybody accommodated. Second, the lighting. While the portability and Bluetooth connectivity are great features, I don't think most people would want to wear this in public, as it does give off that gamer aesthetic. In my opinion, it would be better to remove all lighting aside from the power indicator, and also black out the red metallic ring by the pads in order to not only provide a clean, low-profile look, but also so that the company can save on costs for the overall production of the headset and redirect that money to other qualities such as the aforementioned soundstage and imaging. The light on the microphone should also be removed, as it can bother some people to have a light in their peripheral vision at all times while using. With that, it would be nice to see the retractable microphone fully click into the headset, similar to SteelSeries mics for example, in order to blend in better with the headset. This also would add to a more low-profile aesthetic, making this better for use in public spaces. Third, the 7.1 surround sound feature. Imaging and soundstage could be improved without the use of this, and I think it would be good to also omit the 7.1 surround to allocate more resources to go towards other qualities. Instead, I would like to see 2 different EQ profiles for the headset to swap between when holding down the multifunction button. Default EQ should be the exact same as the current headset sound. It's an enjoyable standout of the headset that should be kept. The second profile should be a competitive mode, where the bass is toned down to a more neutral level and the treble is increased just a bit to give a slight advantage. Lastly, the ear pad cushions should be made removable and replaceable. Being able to buy replacement pads from the manufacturer for around $10 to $15 increases the longevity of the headset, as those are usually the first to wear out. If all these changes can be made, I believe this headset would be unbeatable at the $40 to $50 price point in the wireless space, possibly even the $60 range if executed well. With everything in mind, if you do decide to pick up the Valorise UG08S gaming headset for yourself, we'd appreciate it if you consider using our Amazon affiliate links in the description, which help out the channel at no extra cost to you. Be sure to let us know your thoughts on this headset in the comments. We'll see you in the next one.